Okay, so, recent times there's been a lot happening. A lot that has had to be cancelled, which upset me. But today I'm gonna do a reaction of Terminator Dark Fate. Now, it's surprising that they made a new Terminator after the clusterbuster that was Genisys. Completely confused, unfocused film. But Terminator Dark Fate really brought the franchise back. Of course, it's still not like T2 or T1. It still has that generic New Age Hollywood look. It doesn't have the same tone as T2 or the Terminator, but it's got the essential style. James Cameron is back producing, Arnie's back, Linda Hamilton is back, and she is great in Dark Fate. Her performance is very strong, charismatic, emotional. It's personal because it's been her story. You know, T3, she was mentioned, she wasn't there. In Salvation, she provided her voice. Genisys, played by Emilia Clarke, who did alright, and then you had the Sarah Connor Chronicles, but this had to happen. So Linda's back, she kicks ass. Arnie's great. His one-liners, gets laughs. It's Arnie. Now the villain. Villain's very interesting because it's a Terminator that multiplies. Sure, it doesn't like multiply. It just has another self come about. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting Terminator. And then you got Mackenzie Davis playing like the Protector, who's a human, who's got enhancements. Yeah, we've seen that before though. We've seen that concept used twice, and it's just not that interesting. Sure, she's a good actress, but the character, no, just didn't really need to be there. Now there's some really awesome, surprising work of re-aging effects. Now the start of this movie, oh, it is really, really intense just how they open it up. Like, I won't go into details. You got a couple of surprises. And when you see it, it's like, wow. Digital effects have evolved. This is awesome. You still miss the practical side because there's a lot of CGI in this. I'm sure some scenes had a practical effect because the it's called I forgot what it's called, but I'll just call it the Splitonator. In many scenes it does look like they used a real puppet. And then every other scene it's all CGI. So yeah, you got the day after Judgment Day. Got the Protector sent to protect a girl, and then Sarah comes back, infiltrates, basically says who she is, what she's going to do. The Protector's like, yeah, whatever, it's my destiny, it's my mission. And then they survive against this new lethal Terminator, who, like the T-1000, TX, imitates, but also splits. So that's the new interesting concept, and action-packed pretty much within the first 5 minutes, and then there's some pacing, exposition, some good comedy when it's needed, and more action. The plane scene is probably one of the weakest moments because the effects aren't that good. They really could have done without the plane scene and just had the helicopter chase, and then a crash, and then maybe another truck chase. because they're always good. Plane scenes, though, no. That's the only thing that's not good, because it looks crap. It's just too much like a comic book film or like a Fast and Furious Mission Impossible. It just did not work. The effects are awful, and the whole concept of plane going into plane, no. Not a Terminator style scene. They kept it simple, then it would have been a lot better. But the film itself is an improvement over Genisys. Dark Fate is more focused. It flows better. Sure, there's a couple of things that are like, come on. Where's the simple times? And yeah, lots of guns, blood, swearing. So there's no PG-13 crap. It's R. Here in Australia, it's NA. But it's pretty much what fans wanted. It's a more fluent film. Still not as great as T2 or T1, but definitely better than Genisys. What else can be said? Oh, Junkie XL with the themes and the music itself. Really, really good. Not much like really big intense moments like Fury Road, but still some good stuff. Tim Miller. Took a risk. Gave us a pretty damn good film. Yeah, so look, it could be a success. It's got some really favorable reviews, so I think we've got a hit on our hands, and hopefully if they make another one, set it in the future. Don't overuse CGI. Don't have stupid plane scenes. You have planes, have the HKs, have them flying and laser blasting, then that would be awesome. That would work. More physical, practical effects. But yeah, the digital use of de-aging. Yeah, it's a spoiler, but it's good. It's worthy of mentioning. So yeah, it's affirmative. Dark Fate. I'll give it a 7. And I'll be back. Scare you later.